Hello everybody, this is Thomas Merrick, and welcome back to Space Engineers, where I have added the crane. I've not tested it, I've not even touched it. All I've done is labeled the pistons and whatnot. Uh, but here it is. It's hard to see. I started building a kind of a support structure over the top because I didn't want meteors to hit it. Because I logged on earlier today, and right next to this gravity generator, these two blocks here were gone. And as far as I can tell, they were hit by meteors. Unless somebody was just pranking me, I don't know. That could be too. But I highly doubt it. Because meteors do come down all the time. I've yet to see them really hit it. When we were on the ground, we had like an ice lake right in front of our base where it was just cratering that lake, but it never really hit us. I'm kind of wondering if maybe the gravity generator might be arcing them in a little bit. They'd have to get pretty close because it has a limited range. Anywho, let's take a look at what I've done here. First of all, I've added this large container just for all the goodness we're going to get, hopefully. I added a conveyor junction right here, mostly because I wanted to start the crane back this far. Also, it just gives us some extra access points to the crane too. And additionally, and I didn't really plan this initially, but it does add like this additional support, which I'll get to here in a minute. Well, anyway, this comes up over this way, so it's all crane. I've added another conveyor junction box here, and I've attached this to the ground. Now from this point on, nothing is attached to the ground. Even up here, you'll see where you got all this support structure up top. None of this actually connects to the crane itself. I did put in 4 pistons here. We arc around this way, and then we got those are the X and these are the Y pistons. And then I've rebuilt this. Somebody did make a mention that I could put a probably right here a rotor to basically swing this way and go that way. I thought about it, but already I'm getting a little bit nervous. You won't see it now because it's calmed down. But when I was first placing these drills, let me see if it actually is still doing it. No. But when I was the second I placed the drill, this whole thing would just wobble. And I've not turned on these drills yet. So I don't know what will happen with that. Let's go ahead and head on in. The first test we're going to do is actually just activate the drills. I've not set up the control dealy-doos yet either, so we'll probably do that together. In fact, let's go ahead and go here. I go into the G menu, and the first thing I go to my groups. I did set up the test drill sites, or test site drills. Let's go ahead and put that back where we had them. And when you drag these down here, it tells you asks you what you wanted it to do. In this case, I wanted to toggle on and off. So test 1, let's turn them on. Look at that shake. I see I've added a camera there. I'm not actually set that to anything yet. That's a lot of shake. Let's turn that off. I feel like this is going to break. I have no way of supporting the crane. There's no like tethers or anything I could do. Oh boy. Okay. Let's go ahead. Oops. I didn't want to leave. Let's go into the G menu again. Let's get that camera set up. I do not know which camera it is. I'm going to assume it's camera 2. I assumed incorrectly. Camera 2 is actually over on the Excavatortron, which I've started to disassemble. I don't think I'm going to actually build that thing. Mainly because thruster components are somewhat in demand. There we go. You can see I've actually got it attached to the assembly itself, which you probably saw. It's right there. Whew, man, it's still shaking. It's still shaking. Okay. Next, let's go into the G menu. Actually, let's go into the K menu, because what I need to do now is get all of the test drill pistons on the same group. Here we go, stage 1 through 5, just like we used to have. Okay, got them all selected. We'll save that as a piston group. Up here we should see, yeah, so got this. People started adding other groups, which is cool. Keeps their stuff organized over to where they're at. Now I'm going to set this velocity back over to -1, like I mentioned the other day. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this with the drills activated, because if we look over here, I've got kind of a boulder here, and that drill will connect with that boulder as I move the assembly that way. And I wanted to get it over the uranium, which I had to drill a little bit of uranium earlier. So we will see if this works or if it explodes. Do I need oxygen? Let me go just fill up an oxygen so I don't have to get interrupted later. Yeah, saving is probably a good idea. Auto save. Even the game knows I'm in crazy. Seal ourselves in. And when I do this, I'm going to have, well, you know what? Let me get back into the G menu because I need to get the actual. Now we can do that here in a minute. Turn them on, and I want it to go, let's say 4 blocks that way. So full extension on one of the pistons will do that. Let's go back into the G menu. Let's try to find one of those pistons. Well, on the K menu. Y1. Full extension. Let's do it slow. I wonder if I put bracing underneath, if that would matter. Like just right here. I don't think so. I think we are at full extension now. Actually, we went a little bit more than I wanted to. That's okay. Let me go ahead and get the piston set up. Stage 1, extend. Stage 2, extend. Stage 3, extend. Stage 4, extend. Stage 5, extend. And then I want stages to retract. This will go slow. I could just get on the camera. I forgot I even put that on there. Oh boy, wobble, wobble, wobble. look in the inventory. It's pulling in some stuff. Not all the drills are actually connecting with the ground yet. Oh yeah, you see that 2,000 for that one of the drills. Right now looks like we're just getting stone. A little bit deeper. I'm just waiting for it to explode, or break off. Actually, it's probably not going to explode. It'll just break off. Next stage. Are you extending? It's hard to tell when it's that slow. Yeah, it's extending. Should be into the uranium. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, we are. A little bit. You don't get a whole heck of a lot, I guess, but... How are we doing on storage? We got plenty. Speaking of, I probably should dump some of the excess junk I got. Oh. That one's full. Probably because that's where it's dumping into first. I think that's a full extension now. Stage 3. It's making a weird sound. It's doubly hard to see if it's moving when the whole thing's shaking like that. This isn't damaged at all, is it? Or what, this connection? Any damage at all? That's not really shaking. It's all from this hinge point here. I guess it's kind of shaking side by side. Do we have any damage to any of this stuff? How about the drills? Is that a full extension? Can't tell. Looks like it might be. Let's go on to the next one. And we're ready for part 4, right? Yeah. Might get into that cobalt again. of fact, I think I saw some blue in the flashes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm hesitant to say it worked, but it seems to be working. Just the thought of trying to put 4 drills on this, that way it's doing now. What happened to the uranium? The uranium, we just barely touched it, looks like. Just a little bit further over, we could probably get that some more. You know, if we go all the way over, the asteroid ends eventually. Didn't really think about that. I've only got one of these pistons actually extended. So you're looking at 2 pistons here, 3 pistons here, 4 pistons probably around here. Wow, that's going to have a range. And that's also going to have the same range this way. 1 piston, 2 piston, 3 piston. Yeah, I've got all this huge mountain here to deal with. That's a lot of uranium right here, though. I think that's all uranium, the little black speck mark stuff. I'm on low. Some of this stuff looks kind of wonky. If you're in game, you'll actually be on a higher bright texture. I'm on low just because I'm recording, and that seemed to have helped. I think that's actually probably extended by now. Let's go to full extension. I could put like a 7th drill on the side here, and then like just put the seat on it so I could actually, you know, drive the drill down. That'd be funny. It would be a way to keep an eye on it. How much cobalt are we? What are we doing on our storage? We got plenty here. What you see is piling up. We're going faster than the refinery can deal with. I'm actually planning on building another refinery that will, and also put on as many speed components on it as I can just for this drill. Oh, probably because I got too far away. That's funny. Is this fully extended? Looks like it is. Alright. Before it blows up, let's get this thing turned off. Well, retracted. Now, if I understand this correctly, this little part here, I should be able to go into that piston and restrict its movement, like maybe to halfway, and I would actually be able to go ahead and get that little piece too. But for now, I just kind of want it to stop wobbling. Thing is, this works. You know, putting on a 4x4, just risking it. I don't know. Well, it would be depth. That's what we'd be getting out of that. Man, look at that wobble. I think we're on top again. Let's turn off the drill, see if that stops this. Just a little bit. Might take a minute for it to settle. And it may not settle with it extended like that. If that's the case, the more you extend it, the more it'll wobble. That is a lot of weight at the end of a thing, right? I cannot support those. Like if I could put... Well, let's do an experiment. I don't have any light blocks. No. I was hoping maybe I could connect that temporarily just as a support after you extend it out, but apparently you can't do that.
Meteor storm inbound.
Yeah, blow this all up. Y'all going over to the planet? Looks like it's missing us. Good. Yeah, I want to build this out and actually armor plate the top of it. Like I said, I'll build the refinery down here. I may do some more drilling before I actually do the next test with 4x4. That's kind of stopped wobbling, hasn't it? Yeah.
Meteor storm inbound.
Just checking to see if I can stop it. Nope. Okay. Anyway, let's real quick see about limiting the y-axis of that one piston. I think this is the one we had retracted, right? Yes. So if I put this maximum distance to 5, don't do a safety detach. All right. What does that actually do? It says 5 meters. I remember, I don't quite know. I remember someone talking about this on Discord. I think it was Grillmaster. And he did this and it was actually causing it to blow up. But that sounds like it might be what I'm after. I'm going to do some research before I actually click that button. For now, there we go. I had to go back to do it. But yeah, it should be, once it stops wobbling. over the middle. Perfect. I'm not going to drill right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and call it there. That's test 2 of the coil drill, crane edition. Yeah, I'll do some more research on the inertial tensor option. And as far as like the rotation to, like, it would be very useful to rotate this up just so I could like drill into this mountain and then make room to go back down some more. But I don't know. I'm very dubious about that. No, very dubious. Anyway, it's settled. I've settled. Let's go get some oxygen and call it there. I will need to do something in here. I don't want somehow meteors to come and actually disconnect the test site from everything else, because that would be bad. Trademark copyright. Okay. We'll leave it there. Until next time.